You hate Christmas. You're gonna steal it. Saving Christmas is a lousy ending. Way too commercial.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 cheesy Christmas movie cliches.
You want me to go to Snow Falls?
Mm-hmm.
It's Christmas Eve. It's not too late, is it?
Who told you you can eat my cookies?
For this list, we'll be lovingly ribbing on various cliches and tropes that continuously pop up in holiday films. What's your favorite Christmas movie trope? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10, meet cute.
And the man says to the salesman, I just need bottoms. The woman says, I just need a top. They look at each other, and that's the meet cute.
Often a staple of rom-coms, a meet cute is a scene where the two protagonists meet and bond, typically over an awkward or embarrassing situation.
And I've gone and said shit. Twice. I'm so sorry, sir.
It's fine, it's fine.
Many Christmas movies deal with love over the holidays, which means watching a lot of meet cutes. This can be done in malls, like Jonathan and Sarah meeting over a pair of gloves in Serendipity. Sometimes it's instigated through wacky screwball comedy, like when Claire inadvertently whacks Frank with the door in Scrooged. In The Holiday, Iris not only fumbles with opening the gate to Amanda's place, but also ends up getting something in her eye. Miles gets up close and personal to help her, despite their only knowing each other for a few seconds, and Miles' girlfriend Maggie waiting in the car. Number 9, work to family conflict.
Don't forget, you're my #1 customer. Liz, look, I didn't mean that.
Christmas movies love to drill home messages about the importance of family, and what better way to do this than with a busy protagonist? So, the main character is typically a workaholic who doesn't have time for their family. And sometimes they're at the mercy of a demanding boss who requires them to work through the holidays.
Look, we're reinventing this brand, and that takes time and dedication across the board. We can't just shut down for a week.
And so, the character realizes what they've been missing at home and decides that family is more important than work, thereby leaving their job in the process. A great example is Elf, as Walter tells his needy boss to shove it and goes to find Buddy with Michael.
Up yours.
Yeah, up yours.
Hobbs! 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 You walked out of here and you're finished at Greenway!
Number 8, the couple ends up together. It's exceedingly rare for a Christmas movie to have a tragic ending. As such, the couple at the heart of the film almost always ends up together, no matter how incompatible their personalities, families, or work lives. The couple always manages to resolve their differences, usually on Christmas Day itself, with some sort of dramatic declaration.
I have something to tell you, and I want to tell it on Christmas, if that's all right, so you can't wait.
Bonus points if they kiss during a beautiful snowfall.
Through the people I have known.
There's almost no sense of dramatic tension in these movies because we all know exactly how they're gonna turn out. But then again, this is Christmas. We expect and love the feel-good atmosphere of the holidays.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Number 7, a grumpy person becomes loving.
You know, Dee and the kids, I promised I'd be home for dinner. It's Christmas Eve, Jack.
Where's that tonight?
Charles Dickens changed Christmas forever in 1843 with the publication of A Christmas Carol. The personal journey of Ebenezer Scrooge has inspired literally countless stories and characters throughout the years. And the motifs Dickens used nearly 200 years ago have become tropes that are still reverberating through pop culture.
I've come to dinner if you'll have me.
Of course, Uncle! Welcome! Merry Christmas!
We come to Elf again, as Walter Hobbs is essentially a modern-day version of Scrooge.
Your father, well, he's on the naughty list.
The Grinch is another Scrooge-like character, as he eventually changes his Christmas-hating ways and is embraced by the community. And this isn't even touching on the countless Christmas Carol adaptations. It's one of the most important works in English literature, and certainly the most influential for stories relating to Christmas.
Did I forget something, big man?
God blesses everyone.
Number 6, holiday baking.
Oh, Howard, excuse me.
but your wife's cookies are out of this world.
Who told you can eat my cookies?
It wouldn't be the holidays without some warm, gooey cookies and gingerbread houses.
Are you sure this is a good idea? I'm gonna be giving my first ever attempt at gingerbread to every guest at my wedding reception. And the senator's gonna be there.
It also wouldn't be a Christmas movie without a baking scene, or at least a scene involving cookies. Usually these scenes are used to deliver exposition of some kind, as watching people bake is more fun than watching them talk around a table. Heck, some Hallmark movies are centered entirely around baking, including A Cookie Cutter Christmas and the simply titled Christmas Cookies.
I bet you have had your fair share of Christmas cookies, haven't you?
Oh, I'd say about 1,000 boxes worth, give or take.
There's just something about flour, rolling pins, and baking trays that really gets people in the holiday spirit. Number 5. Christmas needs to be saved. Saving Christmas is a trope as old as time. Okay, at least as old as Christmas.
You hate Christmas. You're gonna steal it. Saving Christmas is a lousy ending. Way too commercial.
There are a few variations of this one, but it all boils down to the same idea. There's the classic Santa can't deliver presents so someone else has to step in trope seen in The Santa Claus. There's the Santa forgot someone trope as seen in Arthur Christmas.
Santa brought me the bike I wanted.
Sometimes Santa's sleigh breaks as seen in Elf. Or he needs help in some other capacity, like in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
That nose! That beautiful, wonderful nose!
Huh?
Rudolph, Christmas is not off, and you're going to lead my team.
Some movies even detail the origin of Santa Claus himself, including Santa Claus is Coming to Town and the Netflix original Claus. Sometimes it's as simple as making one kid's Christmas extra special, like the raunchy but ultimately sweet Bad Santa. Number 4. Warring Neighbors. Christmas isn't just a time for peace and love, it's also a time for decoration. And decoration tends to bring out the competitive side in people.
I've never seen so many beautiful Christmas lights, Betty Lou.
Well, I'd blow every fuse if I tried to keep up with you, Martha May.
Many Christmas movies deal with warring neighbors in some capacity, either as friendly competition or hostile dispute.
This, however, is new.
Perhaps the best example of this is Deck the Halls, starring Matthew Broderick and Danny DeVito as neighbors Buddy and Steve.
If you missed anything, this show is going to be repeated every night on a loop until 4 a.m.
This trope can also be spotted in Jingle All the Way and Christmas Vacation, with the latter starring Seinfeld's Julia Louis-Dreyfus as Clark's neighbor.
Honey, I think I know what's wrong.
This trope is often a good source of comedy, and an especially great source for extravagant Christmas decor.
Christmas has always been a neighborhood thing around here. You know that.
Yeah.
Everybody decorates.
Number 3. Coming back home to a small town.
You want me to go to Snow Falls?
Mm-hmm. Now, it's my turn to deliver the letters this year, but I think you should go instead.
An especially popular trope seen in Christmas movies is the big shot protagonist from the city returning to their humble hometown for the holidays. Just Friends is perhaps the most obvious example of this, as hotshot music producer Chris Brander goes home and clashes with his family and old school acquaintances.
It's been, 9, 10...
It's 10 years. Yeah.
10 years since he's been home.
This is an especially popular trope for Hallmark and made-for-TV movies, including the Neil Patrick Harris-led The Christmas Blessing. This is also used in 4 Christmases, as Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon are forced to spend Christmas at each of their divorced parents' houses.
If one of these houses gets a little too intense, I think we're gonna need an exit strategy.
Oh, yes.
So like we're gonna need a word that both of us know that means it's time to leave. So what do you think our safe word should be?
Such a good idea. Mistletoe.
Number 2. Rekindling an old flame. If there's one thing better than a meet-cute in movies, it's rekindling with an old flame. Christmas is often associated with forgiveness, and typically this involves giving someone a second chance. See Just Friends again as Chris returns home and falls back in love with his high school crush.
Sorry, just like 20 years all at once.
This is another trope that is heavily used in cheesy Hallmark movies. Not that there's anything wrong with a little cheese during the holiday season. Even Seth Rogen-produced comedies utilize this trope, as The Night Before sees Joseph Gordon-Levitt's Ethan getting back together with his ex-girlfriend Diana.
But I'm ready to commit hard. Hard like a wrecking ball.
Heck, even Die Hard, the biggest maybe Christmas movie ever, uses this trope, as John reconciles with his estranged wife Holly. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. A misunderstanding keeps characters apart. This classic trope is equal parts cheesy and incredibly frustrating.
I'm mad at you.
I don't think that's fair. I would never do anything to hurt you ever, and you know that.
I know that, but I can't help the fact that I'm still angry at you.
Santa Claus is real. Many Christmas movies contain a very real Santa Claus.
Hey, you! What's that? Whoa, whoa!
Mistletoe, the classic kissing under the mistletoe.
You mistletoe? It's lame, whatever, I think it's stupid.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, the one who hates Christmas.
Stupid cribbing! Stupid prank! I hate Christmas!
In seemingly every single Christmas movie ever made, there's a character who hates Christmas and is very open about sharing that particular bit of information. Think of it this way, how can you tell if someone hates Christmas? Don't worry, they'll tell you.
You're the only person I know who can take a wonderful season like Christmas and turn it into a problem. Maybe Lucy's right. Of all the Charlie Browns in the world, you're the Charlie Browniest.
The reasons always differ, with some hating others' happiness, some hating the stress of the holiday season, some hating the weather, some hating the family obligations, others having even suffered a tragic event around Christmas. Of course, those are just a few examples of a very popular and very prevalent trope.
You don't like Christmas much, do you? Like it? I love it. It's cold, and people stay home and watch television. Ad revenues go up 30%.
Sometimes they get past it and embrace the spirit of the holidays, and sometimes they don't. But that's besides the point.
It's just nice to meet another human who shares my affinity for elf culture.
I'm just trying to get through the holidays.
Get through? Christmas is the greatest day in the whole wide world!
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.